Dear students, welcome to online practical classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in computer science, gsipucmysuru College, MYSURU. Students, today we will look into the second program in HTML, that is forms. We have covered entire concept in theory. I would like you to observe or watch all the videos of the chapter web designing. There we have given you all the information in detail. Now let us look into this forms. The output of the program would be like this. So this is, we have to create an HTML form in HTML. So this is a table. This is one table. Inside this is a heading of the table, and inside the table this everything as one row. We have entered the values as one row in a table. So here the first one is called student ID. So this here the student supposed to enter his ID. This is a text field. This is a text field. And again, if we look into that password, this is one of the form element, that is password field here. So this is password element. Next here you can see that here sex, here the student can select either male or female. This is called radio button. This is called radio buttons. Next we have country. Here is an option here. You will get drop down menu. As soon as you click on this button here, you will get it display name of the few countries here, and you can select any one of these. So this is called element drop down menu. And here next is hobbies. Here you can see there are 4 check boxes. So this element is called a check box. Here the student can select of his own hobbies here. This is one of the element. Similarly, and you can see there are 2 buttons, one is submit button and reset button. So this submit button is one of the form element, and also reset is also one of the form element. So here first you are supposed to enter the details here, and this is a text field. You have to enter ID. Password field, you can enter enter password. You can select any of the option here. Select again one more option from the drop down menu. You can select or you can check any of the hobbies of yours. Then after filling that information, you are supposed to click on a button here, submit button. See, as soon as you click on submit button, you will get one more window, that is you will get a message successfully submitted. For that we have to write one more HTML code for this, or one more HTML form. And suppose here while you are entering some data, if you want to change the data, then you can make use of reset button here. The reset, as soon as you click on reset button, it clears all the values in the field and you can re-enter the data once again. So this is reset button and this is submit button. So this program consists of, there are 2 HTML form. One is to create a design like this or to get output like this. This is one HTML program, and we have to write, after this we have to write one more HTML program, that is to display immediately after pressing submit, we should display a message that is successfully submitted. For that we have to write separate HTML code or HTML program. Now let us write the program for this to create a student entry form. Here once again, this is the electronic form. It has many elements. This is text field, one element. Password field is one element. It is called radio button, it is one element. This is drop down menu is one element. Similarly, these are called check boxes. This is one of the element of forms, and also submit and reset button. So these are the different form elements, and all these we have discussed in our theory session. I would like you to watch all the videos of the chapter web designing, and then you can understand better. Now let us write code for the same. HTML code starts with HTML tag, then head tag. Under that we have title tag, and you can write here student entry form, student entry form. Then we have to close this title tag. Then close head tag. Next we'll start with body tag. We'll start with body tag. This body tag here I'll make use of center because I would like to display the entire output at the center of web browser window. So I have to make use of center tag here. Table, one attribute border, and I can give value as 1. Close this table. Next we have to display the heading student entry form, table row as the first line. Here under this you can have head. This is called heading tag. I can write this is student entry form. Student entry form. I am closing this heading tag or TH, table heading. Now we have to close this TR tag. So this is the closing of TR tag here. First row, this is first row of your table. It is display student entry form. Next we'll continue with rest of the data. Next we'll start with second row in a table, and here the data as table data. So here we have to write all form elements. This starts with form, and here it has attribute action equals, and here had to be supposed to write the file name of one more HTML document. Here I can write forms2 as a file name HTML. Close this, and it has one more attribute method, that is post. Now I am closing this form tag. So this form tag has two attributes here. I have used two attributes of forms tag here, action and method. And action, this is the place we have to give the file name of second HTML document. We have to give the file name with appropriate path. That is important here. So after this, we start writing form elements one by one. First one is student ID, and here this is input tag, and here input type equals text. This is the tag for text field space, and I can give the name of the field as student ID. Size of the text field, I can give the value as 10. Then I am closing this input tag here. This student ID is the one element. It is input tag, and the type of the input is text here. It is a text field, and we are using the name as student ID, and size is 20. 20 stands for it accepts 20 characters. Then after this we can make use of BR tag. That is, the control goes to next line. So next form element is password colon, and here input, and here the type equals password. Closing the code, and here name is again password. Size equals, I can write 10, and I'm closing this. Again I can make use of BR tag. So this is input tag for this is password element. So this is for type here text here, and here type is password. This is another form element. After student ID and password, then make use of one more element, that is sex colon, and here that is input tag, input type. This is radio, because the radio button we have used this tag as radio, name equals sex, value, name equal to sex, value equals male, and closing this input tag, then we have to give the same value as male. So this is radio button tag. So this is one of the form element, radio button, and here this is for one value. Similarly, we have to write same input tag, input type equals radio, name equals sex, value equals, now it is female. Now it is female. I am closing this, and here the value is female. This value must be inside double quote, and here value equals to female double quote. Then we are closing this. So this is an input tag to display radio button, and these are the values here. Next element is, this is drop down menu. There is the form elements. You will write like this: country colon. Here we are using select tag, and here select space, name equals country, closing select tag, and here it starts with option, and here we can write number of options under drop down menu, and here India is one option. Close this with option tag, second option, this is second option. Similarly, option Australia, and I am closing this with option tag. Then after this we have to close this select tag, closing this, and we can make use of BR tag as the control goes to next line, or the display will be in the next line. So this is a select tag we are using here to display drop down menu. Under this we have three options here, so you can have number of options in your drop down menu. This is drop down menu, one of the element. Next element is checkbox, that is hobbies, and here we can start writing the tag here. We start with BR tag, that is to display this in next line, input, and this is type equals checkbox. This is type equals checkbox, and name equals CHK box, closing this, and here I can write the option, that is games. And similarly we can have number of options here. BR input type equal checkbox, name equals CHK box, close this. Next option is music, again BR tag. One more option, that is input tag, input type equals checkbox, name equals CHK box, closing this with one more option, dance. So here we have used here checkbox. There are three checkbox here. This is one is checkbox for games and music and one for dance. So this is checkbox form element. Submit and reset button. Now before that I will make use of here center tag. I want to display those two buttons at the center of the table. Input type equals submit value equals submit, closing this input tag, reset button, input type equals reset, close this tag, value equals reset. So I'm closing this. So after displaying submit and reset button, we have to close this center tag here. This is center tag, we have to close this here. So this will only, these two buttons will appear at the center of the table. As we have displayed all the elements of form, then we have to close the tags which have been opened at the beginning one by one. Form tag, then we have to close TD tag, then we have to close TR tag, then table tag, we have to close center tag. This is what we have used at the beginning here. See, this is where we have used center, this we have closing here at this part. So this is center tag. We have to close again the body tag and HTML tag and HTML tag. So this is a complete HTML program to display student entry form. Here you are supposed to enter all the values and then we have to click on submit button. Once if you click on submit button, it opens one more window that will display successfully submitted. Again, as I told you in the beginning, we have to write one more HTML program. So this is one of the HTML file, and this one you have to, for example, you can, after typing this, you can save the file as studentform.html. So this is one HTML program. Now immediately after this, we have to write one more simple HTML form to display successfully submitted. Now let us write HTML program, second HTML program of the student entry form. HTML body submitted successfully. I am closing this body tag and HTML tag. So this is, as I told you in the beginning, this is second file of the same forms program. This HTML program display submitted successfully. See, as first you have to execute the forms one, that is student entry form. Execute that file or open that file in a web browser window. We have to enter all the values in all the form elements. Then as soon as you click on submit button, it will display submitted successfully message in one more window. So once if you get that message, then it is clear that the program is working properly. So this is your second experiment in HTML, that is forms. Thank you very much. Dear students, welcome to our online classes. Now today let us try second HTML program, that is forms. First, look for an application notepad. Open notepad application, maximize this window, and we can change the font according to your convenience. Okay, now let us start typing HTML tag for the second program. Here HTML program starts with HTML tag, next head tag. Under this we have title, student form, then close title tag. We are closing head tag. Then we'll start body tag, and here body tag, immediately after this I am using center tag. The purpose is to display the form at the center of the web browser window. Center tag, and here next one is I can make use of a table tag, and border value is 1. Close this table tag here. Next we'll start with tr tag, that is table row. Tr, under tr we can write th, that is heading, student entry form. Close this th. Now we are closing this tr tag here. Next table td. TD is for table data, and here TD. So all form elements will appear inside the table as a table data or data value. So here TD. Here we'll start with a tag, form tag, and it has an attribute action colon, and here we have to write a file name, that is one more HTML file name, forms2.html. Close this, and here one more attribute is method. Method equals post. Method equals post. Now we are closing this form tag here. Now we'll start with the form elements. First one is student ID. I can write a student ID, and this is a text box. We have to make use of input. Student ID input, type equals text, close this with semicolon, text, close with double quote, input type is text, it is a text field, space, name is student ID, the name of the text field, and here size, I can write here size as 20, size as 20. I am closing this input tag here. Input tag I have closed here. Next we can make use of BR tag. BR tag stands for line break. It takes the control to the next line. Similarly, I can make use of copy and paste. So here I am copying this, and again I am pasting here. So this is second one. Next one is here it will be password field, and here syntax is input, type is password, name is password, size as 10, and again BR tag. So this is student ID, then password, and here I can make use of paste, and here input. Now type, here is, it is radio. Here this is radio, stands for radio button, that is one of the form element, and name equals sex, and here name equals sex space value equals male, close this tag, and here male, and immediately after this is, I'll make use of copy and paste, copy, and I can paste here, paste, and here input type is radio, again name equal to sex, and value is here female. So female, we change accordingly. Then after that we can make use of BR tag. This is BR tag. After radio button, next we can make use of one more form element of a country, and here it has an tag, that is select tag. Select space name equals country. I'm closing select tag, and under this we have an option tag. Close this here. Then I can write name of different countries here. So I am writing here India. Close this with / option, this is option, and I can write one more country here / option, and here you can have number of options, so many countries it can be displayed under drop down menu, and here one more name of the country, close with / option. Then after this we have to close this select tag with / select, close. Then we can make use of BR tag, it stands for line break. Next form element is checkbox. We can make use of checkbox. I can write here hobbies : we start with BR tag here, and I can make use of copy and paste. Here input type is, this is checkbox. This is input type is checkbox. Name is CK box, and I'm closing this, and here I can write the value games. This is one of the hobbies, as one of the hobbies. Similarly, we can make use of copy and paste, and here we can make use of, we can list out many hobbies, and here checkbox, and this one I can change this to music, and again I can make use of paste, copy and paste, dance, and here one more value, reading. These are different values. Now this is checkbox. Next we have to make use of another two form elements, that is submit and reset. So for this I will make use of center tag here. So here I can write input type equals submit, that is submit button, or submit, that is form element, value equals double quote submit. Then I am closing this angle bracket. This is for submit button, and similarly if I say copy and paste, and this is one for reset button, one for reset button. Then we can make use of BR tag here, BR tag here. Now I am closing this center here, so this I have opened here, so this has to be closed here. I am closing this here, slash center. Now we have to close different tags one by one. Again forward slash table, close this tag. Next here we have center tag, we have to close that tag here, forward slash center tag. Next we have to close this body tag here, then HTML tag. So we will close body tag, and similarly finally we have to close HTML tag. So students, this is a program of HTML second program, student entry form. So this is a program. Then after this, you know that we have to save the file, save as, and we have to give the file name. I can write here student form, and important is HTML extension name. So we have to click on save. So it will be saved on the desktop. Then minimize this. Now we have to open, or you have to double click on the file what you have saved now. Now if you double click on that, so it will appear, and the output will be displayed in the web browser window. See, this is, you have displayed the center of this web browser window, because we had used center tag there at the beginning of the body tag. So this is student entry form, student, this is text field, this is a password field, and these two are called radio buttons. This is pull down menu. Here is an option to select number of options or different country. Similarly, we can make use of any of the option here. So this is a form, student entry form. This is one of the HTML file, and here we are supposed to enter value for different field. After entering the value, we have to submit. We have to click on submit button, so it will be executed. So that is why now. So next, after this, we are closing this. Now we have to write one more HTML program in connection with this student form. Let me close this now. Now let us write one more HTML program, that is, maximize this file. Here we can write the program HTML, and here body, and here I can write submitted successfully. So this is the message I would like to display if I click on submit button in the student entry form. So this is body tag. I am closing here. Similarly, we have to close this HTML tag, and here student, now this file I am going to save as file, save as, and I have to give the file name as forms2, forms2.html. Please note down this. Forms2.html is the file name. I am saving on the desktop. Now we have to save this. Now I am closing this. Now you can test this now. So if you double click on this file here, we can get the message submitted successfully. So even in the second HTML program, there is no mistake. Student form is the first HTML file, and this is second HTML file. This is the output of the program. So here now we are supposed to enter the value here. So suppose if I say student name, I can say XYZ for example, and password I can write anything. You can write here. For example, I have given some value, and here you can select the option, and country also you can select countries, and you can make use of these hobbies here. So here then you have to click on submit. Once if you click on submit, then immediately it goes to one more window, that is one more file, that is submitted successfully. See, this is the another file we have created to work with forms. Once after submitting, we are getting a message submitted successfully because of one more HTML file. Now this is an HTML program to work with student entry form. Then you can close the application. Thank you very much, students.